How y'all doing? It's your host, Gary, Convicted Conversations. And I got my boy in the building today and for to chop it up. I saw you on Instagram. It said Mike Tyson. What you go by?
Uh, I go by Duzay. I go by a couple names. I got a couple of aliases,
Mm,
but my main name that everybody been knowing me by for years is Cal Duzay.
Cal
And
Duzay.
yeah, my Instagram is Mike Tyson. I just be coming up with little funny
Right.
names, trolling and shit.
But what name you gonna stick with when you take off, take off?
Well, that it depends. Right now, I got 3 projects dropping tomorrow. One of them is a Cal Duzay project.
Mm,
One of them is I got this alter ego, so to say. Like with the music, you see how CeeLo had Nas Barkley.
right, right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? I got this alter ego of a different vibe of music that I do, and that artist for those projects, I
Mm,
go under Lil Torpedo Sunroof.
Little torpedo sunroof.
Yeah, but
Hey.
it's a different vibe from,
Mm,
you feel me, the Duzay shit. The Duzay shit is more like rap, like in your face, like bars, you know what I'm
right.
saying? And then the Little Torpedo Sunroof is more just like vibes, like,
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like just wavy shit. And then back in the day, I used to go by Caliber. Most people that know me locally, they know me by that name, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, from my early days. So
Mm,
I decided to drop a mixtape dedicated to my longtime followers, you know what I'm saying, that know
right.
me from back then. Back then, I used to drop mixtapes that was just me rapping on other people's beats and just ripping it from the beginning to the end. No
Mm,
hooks, no trying to make it a song, but
right.
just ripping it. So I decided to drop a mixtape. I haven't done one like that in years, so I just decided to I don't know, just drop
You
three
from Florida or
projects.
Cali?
I'm from here. I lived in Cali for a little while. I lived in Atlanta for a little while.
Mm.
And I lived in London for a little while. But I'm from here. I'm from the ranches.
Oh, okay. So people know you from down. They know you know
Yeah.
you.
I jumped off down here. Like I got I only started moving around like that because I got a record deal when I was 22.
Mm.
And but before that, what led up to that happening, and that label was based in London, so
Right.
they the ones that really got me moving around.
Mm.
But what led up to that was the buzz I was creating locally down
Right.
here. Like I was kind of hot for a quick little season. Like I
Mm.
was around for like a lot of the little. It was around maybe the era where Wayne and everybody moved down here from after
Right.
Katrina and shit.
Right.
And you start seeing that formation of like
Dance
Khaled
music
and
type
Rick
shit.
Ross,
Right.
and that's when we taking over and all
Right.
that started
Bunch of
going
collabs.
on. Yeah,
Right.
you know. But yeah, I had a little buzz back then, and that kind of like at that time I had some situations and a choice where I could have kind of went more the route of like signing with Khaled, but I
Mm.
ended up going to I took the label that was based in London because I looked at it like, you know, it's an international
Right.
opportunity, and I know a lot of artists over here, even the ones that's on labels, it they be huge to us over here for years, but it
Mm.
still take them a long time to
Yeah.
break like
Right.
internationally.
Right.
So I looked at it like I would be getting a jump, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just signing
People
straight out
overseas
the
know
gate.
who
Yeah,
you are. Right.
just
Hell
really,
yeah.
so
That was a good move. So
yeah,
you got out of that deal. You doing your own thing
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I've been on that deal for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You learned a lot about the business.
yeah, of course,
And you see,
man.
like the little homie Kodak, fuck with him. Like that's the homie. He used to be down in Hallandale and shit a lot. And they said, and I saw the video how Master P went to him.
Yeah, yeah,
Are
yeah.
you receptive to other people that's been in the game showing you the game so you don't make mistakes later?
Of course,
Right.
man. I'm not only into like hearing from people that's been in them positions or that's in them positions,
Mm.
but whatever I learn, I like to make sure that I'm passing that shit on. Like I don't feel like knowledge is supposed to just die with you. I
Right.
feel
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, that
Right.
gotta spread to somebody. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So, but I mean, as far as Kodak, I mean, I just fucked up, man, cause I don't know, man. Like you know, I ain't gonna touch too much on it, but
Mm.
the most you could do is just hope that with time and with, you know what I'm saying, just experiences, like you
Right.
mature, like up out of there,
Right.
like certain things, you know what I'm saying. But
A lot of people be reaching out because they fuck with him. They
yeah,
know he
yeah,
talented. They
yeah,
really like the dude. You
yeah,
feel me?
he is,
And
man.
they want to see the best for him. But with that being said, and you done been in the game a little bit, you done traveled and did all of these things. You know what not to do. You know how to move and how not to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get caught up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have people around you that's telling you to keep doing the right thing? That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of somebody encouraging you to do wrong, do you have people around you that
Yeah.
tell you to, man, just stay focused, stay, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, definitely. J Bob like that.
Mhm.
Man. You know, certain people now they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would say like in the beginning,
Mhm.
everybody ain't kind of like when I started fighting to get out of my deal. Niggas that was with me in those situations, a lot of them was kind of like looking at me crazy, like, cause they looking at it like, nigga, it's a pot of money
Right.
sitting right here, like, what you doing? Like, but I'm in rebellious mode because I'm seeing, like, shit is not operating like in my favor. You feel me? I'm seeing it's operating in everybody's favor in
But
situation over mine. You feel me?
Right. And you
So,
the artist.
right. So when I started kind of becoming more rebellious and like telling people like, dog, I'm telling y'all, we could do this shit
Right.
on our own, dog. Like we could do the same shit they doing. Let's just blah, blah. But you know, a lot of niggas preferred to get like spoon fed in certain situations. So it's kind of like they didn't want to have to go like now go start back from ground zero
Right.
and just do this shit organically and build it back up. You know what I'm saying? But for the people that, you know, kind of stuck around and kind of saw like the process kind of like unfold and so,
Right.
you know, like they like over time they started to kind of like see it how I see it. Like, man, like I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather be doing this shit the way I want to do it until that shit pay off than to like be doing it somebody else's way just for like some money. At least with this, it's a thousand ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things I'll do for some money, but compromising my art, that's like the one thing I got that's like my soul is like attached to forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's the one thing I've learned. I've also learned, you know, with time, like I'm not willing to compromise like my art for like money. I separate that from now around the music. It's other ventures I try to get going to create like some kind of like merchandising or like make some money.
Right.
But when it comes to the music, even though we monetize everything so we get streams and shit like that, it's like as far as why I do it, I've completely separated my mind from like the idea of like I'm doing this shit to make some money because it's kind of like I see the difference of like how you create when you're doing it to make money, because now you gonna start creating based off of what you already see making money.
Right.
But if you just doing that shit just with that not even in your mind, it's kind of like you gonna create from a place of it's gonna be more authentic because you kind of like you don't really give a fuck what nobody's response is to it or like how nobody feel about it. Like this how I felt in this moment, and like I don't care if this shit don't make $1. And 9 times out of 10, them be the songs people feel the most, just cause most people want to feel like that, like got some shit that they don't really give a fuck about what anybody think, and they wish they could say it, but they can't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do what a motherfucker tell you to do.
Right, you feel me? So sometimes it's cool getting to feed that example, you know what I'm saying?
Having creative control of what you want to do, you feel me? How you want shit to sound and come out, right? But you know, once like a lot of people, they do be getting signed and they do go to these labels and people want you to change your whole direction. They want you to change your image and everything.
That's been the theme like that I've been seeing the most on Instagram like the last couple of years is like you'll see it's like artists is popping off real fast now.
Right.
Like it's like
Right.
And then it's like you'll see maybe like a year worth of like just straight stunting, celebrating, blah blah. Maybe about a 2.5 year before they even hit the 3rd year of them being on whatever label they got their big deal and it was all over the blogs and shit. Maybe about 2.5 years in, you start to see like them tweeting and shit. If you just pay attention, they disgruntled already. You know what I'm saying? And they just got on the label 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But it happened that fast. Like you quickly realize like, damn, like they gasping. You feel me? Like they
Mhm.
found me and they hyped me up. Like, you're so amazing. You're
The
so
next best
incredible.
thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's just to kind of get you
Right.
to sign your name on that paper. Now once they do that, it's kind of like, yeah, they find you for your uniqueness,
Right.
but it's not your uniqueness that they necessarily want to push. Like, they want to take your uniqueness and apply it to this same cookie cutter formula
Right,
that they have
got. Right.
for every artist.
Right.
You feel me? So it's kind of like, that's really, they don't really care about your real individuality, like uniqueness. Over time, they gonna blend you to start sounding like everybody else.
Right.
Like everybody else do. Everybody come out
Everybody
sounding
do
unique
sound the
with their
same.
own sound, and then by like their second or
Mhm.
third album, it's like everything starts sounding, everybody making the same type of music. By the
Right.
way, they collabing with all the artists that make different shit, getting songs written by people that make different shit, and it just all become pop. I think everything is.
And I see a lot of this shit too. A lot of the artists, right before they blow up, they move everybody out to Cali, and you got to
Yeah.
stay in this big ass mansion.
Right,
like
right,
you got to
right, right.
lock in,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and go hard, like for months and
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah, Cali is one of the thresholds, and Atlanta is one of the thresholds.
Right.
Anybody, no matter who you is, like in order for your project to kind of like successfully get that boom, like you gotta spend that little bit of like time in Atlanta, like as far as like the networking scene and the just the grind, like the music grind, because it stay alive in them cities.
Yeah, I be
Everywhere
seeing J
else-
Bar and Lil Kev and all
Yeah.
them sliding to Cali. I'm talking about them boy be clearing it.
Yeah.
You got to network and vibe and get out the area and meet other motherfuckers and hear different sounds and shit.
Yeah, it's
The
real.
motherfuckers scared to get from around here. They
It's
scared to
real.
get out of Florida. They don't want to see nothing different.
Yeah. I was just talking to my homie. I got my homie Texaco Mills. He just did a song last night. It's gonna be on my project. But we was talking about something along them lines last night of just niggas kind of down here. Like we need to apply the formula that they got, because we've been saying, people been from Florida been saying for years, like, bro, like niggas don't like to work with each other down here, and this shit
Right.
like crowds in a bucket. We know that, you know what I'm saying? My shit now is, because I done lived in Atlanta for a while, like a couple times, and I
See
done
how
lived
they
in
doing this
LA,
shit.
yeah, like I see that shit in real life, like how they making the city flourish. It's like down here, it's like ain't nobody really worried about the city. Like,
Right.
everybody worry about them and they clique and like they block, and,
Right.
like they squad, you know what I'm saying? But it's like Atlanta worry about the city. When you come out in Atlanta, it don't matter whether you zone 1, zone 2, that shit, none of that shit don't
Right.
matter. Once you shot the A, it's like nigga, the whole Georgia pumping that shit.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like 2020 we gonna get it. If nobody else don't do that shit down here, I'm gonna make sure that shit happen down here. We gonna get it together down here.
Right. I'm telling you. What the little dude named the other day? It was a little rapper. It was another little young jit. He trying to get in the game, or he just got in the game. And another dude went to talking shit about him because he said he wanted to get his mama a house first instead of buying all the jewelry and
that
shit.
was Meek artist and Blueface.
Yeah, what buddy why buddy can't get his mama a house? Why he got to go buy jewelry and have that look? I don't
Yeah.
never see Kendrick Lamar rocking no jewelry and chains and all that shit.
You know what I just started?
J. Cole
you feel
either.
me? And you know what I just started realizing? What it is
They
okay.
tricking you, bruh, with all the jewelry and
They
shit.
is.
And it's coming out your money now.
it is. You know what I'm saying? And what it is too is, all right, it's one thing that I know for sure is somebody put me on this perspective, and I had to look at it that way and
Right.
respect it. But like, I don't wear much jewelry like that no more either. And but jewelry is like, you see how every profession got a uniform.
Right.
Somebody told me you just have to look at that shit as like
Oh, okay.
the rapper's uniform.
Right, got
Like,
you.
we know that's what they gotta. That like them being on the label is like having a job, like being at work. So if that's now what I would say is, for me, it's a line. You feel
Right.
me? It's a line of what kind of uniform I would be willing to put on. You
Right.
feel me? Because niggas is wearing all kind of crazy shit at
Right.
this point. You feel me? So it's kind of like, I don't even know. You feel me? But I would say the other thing is as far as the jewelry is for me personally, and this is some deeper shit, maybe too deep for some, but for me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the reason they made that shit the rapper uniform is like this big shit on chains and fucking whips and shit. It's to fucking
bondage,
exactly, you feel me? Like I feel like that shit is some subliminal shit because it's kind of like, why we the only genre of music like that?
Yeah.
No other genre does it matter what the fuck,
exactly,
how much your ice is. We the only genre, bro, of music. None of that shit. What you wearing, bro, literally has nothing to do with sound, my nigga. We the only genre that kind of like, our sound with hip hop is like, or with rap, I would say. I'm not gonna say hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is the culture. But with rap, the genre is like based around like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't even know how to describe it. I just see like some subliminal shit going on, you feel me? And I can just tell like, there's be a lot of shit.
And
like
they getting awarded this right out the gate. Hey, go do this. Go run up a check.
Like I stopped even calling myself a rapper the last like couple years. Like I rap, you know what I'm saying? But I had to remind myself that like I always been an artistic kid. Like I always, since a little kid, before I didn't start rapping until I was about to graduate high school. But before that, I was winning drawing contests in school, and, story writing contests, whatever, anything that was just artistic, I was already into that shit. So I'm just coming around to that age where it's like I had to remind myself, dog, because the world was trying to just put me in this box of like looking at myself as like a rapper, and I'm like, it just hit me one day like, damn, dog, a nigga like so much more than that. You feel me? Like, why? Like, yeah, I rap good, but like, why the fuck that gotta be my whole? So now you telling me I should look like this? I should sound, you know what I'm saying? Act like this. I should fucking be on these type of scenes. It's like, bro, like, who defines what a rapper is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Well, last question. You ever been locked up? You ever been in jail, to prison?
I've been in jail one time. That shit was enough for one night. And that shit was enough to make me be like, I ended up getting locked up in Dade for like a weed charge and shit. But like that one night, dog, like
nasty, dirty ass shit, right?
I knew it wasn't for me since a kid, because my dad got locked up when I was 2. He was in prison in the feds until I was like 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of like seeing that shit up close as a kid growing up, like I already knew early, like, man, I'm gonna try my hardest, my damn hardest.
Trust me, not to go in that shit. Trust me. So kids, you already know, stay out of fucking jail. Stay away from that shit. Where people can find your music and shit?
Right now, you can just follow me on Instagram. It's Mike MIC.Tyson _. And tomorrow I'm releasing, like I said, I'm releasing 3 projects, but them shit's gonna be on every music platform, iTunes, Spotify, everything. It's just not up at the moment, but
thanks for chopping it up with me, my boy.
Bro.
Appreciate it.